Welcome back to Journey of 7. I'm Seth, and today we're going to be talking about our 2010 Nissan GTR. Hope you enjoyed those clips as much as we do. It was probably more for us than you guys, seeing as this car hasn't been on the road in about 7 months, so it helps remind us of better days. VCP's at it again. So that's what a healthy GTR is supposed to sound like. Reminds me of things that will never be. But anyway, so some basics on the platform for those of you that aren't too familiar with it. It's a 3.8 liter V6 dual overhead cam, twin turbo. Coincidentally, it actually shares the same displacement as the McLaren does. The McLaren obviously has 2 more cylinders though. It's mated to a 6-speed dual clutch transmission, and it's obviously all-wheel drive. As far as weight goes, it weighed in last year to 3,880 pounds, so it's not the heaviest thing out there, but by no means the lightest, as the McLaren is 3,100. The car is modified. It isn't one of those 1,500 horsepower builds that you guys probably see all over YouTube. It's very mild in comparison, so it has the full arrangement of bolt-ons, has the Boost Logic 3-inch intercooler piping, as well as their intakes and their race-style intercooler that you can probably see peeking out of front. Full aftermarket exhaust system. The fuel system's been upgraded as well. It is flex fuel, and the car lives probably 90% of its life on ethanol, just because in Michigan it's so readily available. The transmission's been upgraded as well. It's billet baskets and upgraded clutch packs for a higher torque capacity. And it also has upgraded turbos. I think last year made 848 wheel horse and 620 torque. Since the motor is completely stock, the rule of thumb is, at least on a dyno jet, you want to stay below that 650 torque level. It did make that 650 torque. The turbos are capable of making well over what the car is, or what the rods can actually handle. So we just had the tuner pull some timing, lower that torque just for safety. Weather in Michigan starts improving. We've had some really nice days over the past few weeks. However, it's 40 degrees and raining right now. Michigan can never seem to make up its mind. So where we're at is we finally wanted to ungarage the car, and a few days ago we decided to fire it up, and it sounded like this. So those of you who have been around GTRs quite a bit know that they're probably not supposed to sound like that. We repeated that a few times, and it was the same result every single time, just billowing out black smoke and the gauge cluster just lighting up with a whole bunch of airs. So we took a couple logs of it running and sent that out to our tuner, which then he got back with us saying, well, your cams aren't advancing. So we reached out to one of the prominent GTR shops down in Ohio, and he let us know that you pull the sensors out, or the solenoids out. They're pretty easy to get to. And so of course, we hear that and we jump on YouTube, okay, how to do this. Well, there aren't any videos. So it kind of gives us a great opportunity, because me and Kevin are pretty strict on when it comes to what maintenance we complete on the cars before they come out for spring and summer. As you saw from some of those clips, we push our cars really hard. And a little problem can turn into a big problem at 160 plus miles an hour, or a catastrophic problem. And we have everything to do as far as routine goes. Tires, brakes, rotors, pads. Also, we're going to be swapping out plugs. We're going to be upgrading the fuel system. Also the motor oil, trans oil, all that stuff. And since there's just not a whole lot of resources out there as far as how to do all that stuff, we're gonna take the time and make a bunch of different videos on how to do each one of those. So it's something we have to do anyway. So we figured that we would, just pull out the camera and start filming that stuff. Just for, you know, not only other GTR owners out there that might be trying to save a couple bucks, you know, not going to the dealership, as well as, you know, anyone maybe looking to get into that platform, and, you know, we'll, you know, openly share those costs. We hope that you enjoy watching this, and that you'll tune in to figure out how all of this goes.